Hey guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Dutch Windmill Inside. So I'm feeling kind of dumb right now because I don't know why I had it in my mind that windmills are sort of like hollow. Well, not hollow. I know that obviously they have an infrastructure inside, but I didn't know that, I don't know, it was like inside because I was thinking maybe they had like a whole, like a thing that, because I think windmills usually they either pump out water or I think sometimes they like milk grain. And it's just like the thing, the machine or something, but I don't know why I thought it was just like one thingy, or you know, like in the it's just like inside, and it's just like there's no platform, there's no anything, there's just like the machine that does the thing, and that's it. But I have to say, I don't really understand how windmills work, so I'm just like, I'm going in this incredibly blind. So hopefully I'm gonna learn a little more. So let's check it out.
In Holland, the first windmills appeared in the 12th century. At the peak in the 19th century, there were around 9,000 of them.
Okay, the whole city is just windmills. A train. Oh my god, that windmill is like, it's on top of the house? Okay.
All these windmills had different functions.
That's the inside of the windmill? Okay, so it was like a clock tower.
They grounded grain, pressed oil, made paper.
Oh, because you have to, yeah, I understand the paper one.
And
how are they doing
drained
this?
Entire polders. The first polder windmills appeared in the 15th century.
So
a significant part of Holland is below sea level. That means that the Dutch have to pump continuously to keep their feet dry. Naturally, water management has been taken over by modern automated systems.
Of course, now it's electrical. Okay, what is that?
This is one of the 1100 windmills that still exists, called the Groenvelder. This mill, built around 1529, still contributes to keeping the polder dry.
And it's still standing?
Miller Fred Prince welcomes us and shows us around.
Welkom.
Oh my god, it's like a house? Oh my god. Okay, it's
As
a house.
master miller, Fred knows everything about windmills.
Er is een grondzeiler en dat.
He explains that his mill is a ground sailor. This means you can operate the sails from the ground. In contrast
Oh
to
my god, like a
mill.
boat!
As the word
okay.
suggests, you can operate the sails from the stage. The polder mill brings water to a higher level. They used to be equipped with a paddle wheel.
Okay. Not anymore though.
But the invention of the Archimedes screw could bring the water to an unlimited level.
Oh my god, look, this
But
is huge.
how does the wind get this device moving?
Because of the wind, I would presume.
Fred shows us. The sailbar frames are turning the axis with the big cogwheel around. The big cogwheel transmits the movement of the cogwheel of the vertical main axis in the middle of the mill. Downstairs in the middle of his living room, Fred shows us the system that turns the Archimedes screw.
In the middle of the... Oh my god! It's right next, like literally, it's
And
inside
now,
like the kitchen.
Let's run the mill.
It's so funny, it's like a sailboat.
Here we see the system behind the opposite door. The upper wheel is mounted on the main axis, which allows the rotating movement from top to bottom. The cogwheel below is mounted on the Archimedean screw.
Oh my god, this is wild. It's water. Yeah.
Now we are draining the polder.
This is insane. It's like magic to me.
But what if the wind direction changes?
Deze molen draait.
You have to
Well, this mill has a winder system in the cap.
En als je het gevlucht in zitten.
But first, Fred has to stop the mill. There are heavy wooden brake pads that surround the large cogwheel.
Oh my god.
He activates them with this bar.
And how does it pull it up? Okay. Oh my god, he's gonna fly over. How strong do you need to be in order to do this?
In the cap, heavy-duty clamps are mounted around. With a rope and this wheel, he can turn the cap to the wind direction. Would Fred be willing to demonstrate it?
Oh my god, this poor man, they're making him work. Yeah, but he's like, you're making this poor man work. It's this whole process. It looks like a pretty hard process. Yeah, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing it. Well, obviously, that's his job, but incredible.
Now the whole process can start again.
Oh my god, and he has to like actually activate the thing and put the save. Oh my god. Yeah, he has to do the whole thing again.
Fred, mag ik je hartelijk danken voor de gastvrijheid.
Thank you, Fred, for your hospitality and the fascinating explanation about your beautiful
Oh my
mill.
god, like the window, you can see like the
Bye-bye,
thing.
Fred.
The wind's crazy. Oh my god.
You want to see a real Dutch
1529.
windmill inside? Visit Holland Holiday for all information.
Okay, so this was incredible. I had no idea that people actually live there, you know, as in like they actually live in there. I can't because I thought that it was like a machine or something, but I didn't really thought, and it was like, and you have to like climb up the stairs to actually get to like where the mechanism works, but also like it's coming from the inside as well, and it's in the middle of a living room. I have so many questions actually, because it's okay. So to begin with, I think it's more like a lighthouse. Again, I think because I don't know why I thought that windmills were sort of like hollow. They didn't really have anything, but it's like a lighthouse actually. It's like people do live there, and obviously the one maintaining like this windmill has to live here because, you know, he like has to live here and this is his house. They didn't really show like the bedroom, but at least he had like a kitchen. It's like, okay, it's crazy because just imagine like the whole, like you have your kitchen, you have like your countertops, your fridge, your whatever, and it's like instead of like a pantry, it's like you open the door and it's like this whole thing, like this huge machine, and it's like it's crazy. And even crazier still is that I think it was in the living room. He has like a door with like glass doors, and you can see the thing like spinning, and it's like, okay, imagine how trippy it's gonna be if you're just like sitting around in your living room or you enter a house and then like there's like glass doors and you're seeing a thing moving like at a huge amount, at a huge speed, and you're like, oh my god, it's gonna be so insane. And because it's a door, so it's like, do not open the door because it's like it's a hazard, like you're just gonna get stuck in there. I don't know, you have to keep it locked though, I think, you know. I don't know, like I'm starting to think of like very catastrophic like situations. But it's crazy. So I had no idea that actually people actually live there because I thought it was just the machine itself. But it's crazy that this windmill has been around since 1529. I'm wondering how many like original parts are left, because I'm guessing, like, again, it's like over 500 years. Like there's gonna be like things happen, like things deteriorate with time, and it's been half a century. So obviously there's gotta be things that they got to replace. And obviously, the whole mechanism that I'm thinking, obviously they gotta have like, they replaced that at some point. But I'm wondering how many, like if they do have something original from the original windmill. I'm guessing probably not, because again, it's so old that I'm thinking like all the parts have been replaced at one point in time, and you know, this is what it has left, but what we have. But it's like, are there any original parts left? Probably. I'm thinking no. It's just like the place, you know, obviously it's been around because it's like it's been reconstructed a few times, I would think. I don't really know how the maintenance is, but looking at like the whole thing and how it works, it's like an engine, I think. Not that I know much about engines either, but it reminded me of an engine. I think maybe like a windmill, it's sort of like an engine. But especially when they were seeing like the thing, like the mechanism, and there's like the wheels and stuff, it's like, do they have to like oil the thing? And that's what I'm thinking about. It's like an engine, because it's like it's you know, it's metal and it's wood, like it's just materials that I think they're maybe gonna get stuck sometimes. I don't know how often it happens that they get stuck, but also like the maintenance. It's like, do they use oil like a car, and you have to like, they have to like oil the thing and in order to maintain it like well lubricated and for it to like be spinning around constantly? Or that's not a thing? I would love to know if that's part of the job. And I would also love to know, obviously he took us around and it was a whole tour, but I would also love to know how is it like a particular like a day in his life, like does he wake up, like is the windmill going like 24/7, and does he like how is like his daily job and his life? I would be so interested to know. Like, is he like he has breakfast, he like takes a shower, and did you have to constantly be like monitoring like the windmill, or is it something that you can just like leave around and you can maybe go out to like grab a coffee and it's not gonna be a disaster? Or you have to also like, you have to always keep it, like you have to be like, I'm checking on this thing. Can you turn it off at some point? Do you need to turn it off at some point? I don't know. Again, I have so many questions, and I would love to see like how a day in his life looks like, because it's very interesting. And also like how many people like still do this in the Netherlands these days, because again, I'm thinking, and they mentioned obviously a lot of these processes these days have been, you know, they're digitalized, and it's maybe an engineer that goes and like he presses a well, or a worker that it's sort of like they monitor the thing, but it's not, they maybe like they have like shifts or something, but it's not like they actually like living in that place, and they're constantly like, again, it's still just one person being around 24/7. It's just like, no, it's a team of people and they're workers, and it works very differently. And obviously they don't have to manually like put down sails and put them on and take them out as if they were like sailing in an actual boat. So that was a trip to me as well. And also the rope thing, he has to like actually like pull down the rope, like, oh my god, that guy's gotta be like so strong to be able to like move around this thing, because it's crazy. But yeah, I really did like it. And again, I have a lot of questions now. I would love to ask him like a lot of things, because again, it looks like a very interesting life. But that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.